Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Tyler with Ride the Sky, and today I've got my Nazgul Evoque F5, and I've got two different batteries. I've got a 1300 6S, which is this big one, and I've got a 1300 4S, and I wanted to see if I would trust my son, who is very new to FPV, just kind of starting in the Sims, to fly a Nazgul 6S on a 4S battery, because I've heard it's a lot easier. So we're gonna throw them both in and test things out and see how it flies. All right, so I've got the 6S plugged in there, ready to go, and I'm pretty used to this, but I wanted to get a feel for what it felt like right back to back. So here we go. Yeah, we're just gonna do a punch up there real quick, just to see kind of that punch and feel what's going on here. It's zippy. Yeah, very punchy. Feels really good. Of course it feels good. It's a 6S Nazgul. That wasn't very good. Anyway, example of a bailout there, I guess. You know, it's good to see. It is. Wind's picking up a little bit. Yeah, there's really good punch. And if I get low to the ground, like if I'm diving and I get low, that's really easy to save it, almost last second. Don't want to bother those guys, they're having lunch in their truck or something. I also don't want to crash it because I'm trying to figure out, you know, how it feels, so. I've had a few questions on my last video, you know, how long have I been flying and stuff like that, and I've only been flying a short amount of time. But here's kind of the skinny on that is, it might be a short amount of time, but I do motorcycle guiding tours in the wintertime here in southwest Utah, basically Arizona. And it gets very hot in the summertime. In fact, it's so hot that it's dangerous to, man, I'm flying real boring as I'm telling my stuff. It's really hot, so it's dangerous to ride, and so I really don't do anything all summer long. And in summers past, I've just spent time playing video games, or, I mean, well, mainly just video games. And this year I decided I didn't want to spend all of my time playing video games, and so instead I just got really absorbed into FPV and basically spent the entire summer flying FPV. So there's that for you, little tidbit. Ooh. My phone's ringing and I'm gonna get a YouTube like copyright strike because it's a little bit of AJR. I don't know how everybody feels about AJR. I like this song, but yeah. I'm gonna slow things down and bring it back when I get to 3.6. That's about when I take it home, what I've got on a balance charge. Yeah, when I balance charge it, when I storage charge things. Whoa, that gave me a low battery and I'm still at 3.7. But I guess I punched it pretty hard, so. We'll do a nice power loop there. Oh, see how I saved it? Whoa, twice saved it with the power of 6S. So anyway, yeah, we're looking at 3.6 now. Okay, now for the 4S. I gotta say my battery straps barely make it around this thing with any Velcro left, so that's something to look into. Hopefully my battery doesn't eject mid-flight. Yeah, but let's give it a try, see if this will work for my son. Okay, so we have liftoff. Okay. So I can feel that my throttle, as videos have shown in the past, yeah, your throttle, you've got to keep that throttle way higher. It's not enormously, you know, different, but it is. Oh boy. And you've got to really get on the throttle to save it. But yes, it looks like it's flying really quite good. I wouldn't feel nervous about my son Really, that's full throttle. Okay, that's a full throttle punch. I wouldn't get nervous about my son damaging anything. This Nazgul is pretty much invincible, and I actually just bought another one with GPS pre-installed from iFlight to use with my business because it's been so good. Yeah, this is flying pretty well. I wouldn't feel bad about having my son fly this around. Let's see, we're about 1 minute, 10 seconds flight time. Still at 3.8 volts per cell is what I'm getting in my headset. It's got a little bit of a punch. Not the full amount. And yeah, the throttle has to be pretty high, but realistically, like, it's not horrible. In fact, it's really quite kind of a nice flying experience. It reminds me, it actually flies a lot like, weird to say, actually I haven't flown it in months, so I better not make this comparison, but I was gonna say it feels a lot like flying my ProTech 35, where it just kind of feels, oh, okay, that was like full throttle to bring it out of that one. But yeah, it feels kind of like flying the ProTech 35, where there's not tons of power, but you really don't feel like you're gonna get in trouble either. Whoa! You really had to blip it there to keep it going. Yeah, I'm curious about the flight times too. I don't feel like I'm pushing it as hard as I pushed the 6S, just because I'm unfamiliar with it, and honestly it's a little bit freaky because I don't want to just dive it into the ground. Even though I know that the Nazgul can take it, I've crashed it so many more times, even since posting my last crash video. Let's try a power loop here. We got 3.6 volts. That's where I want to end things. Whoa, little sag. There we go, 3.6 volts. We've got 2 minutes, 56 seconds on the flight timer. And there's my gross toes. All right, guys, well, that is the comparison. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you gained some insight there. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate at all to fly 4S on a 6S quad like the Nazgul. It feels actually really smooth, really controllable. So anyway, just love, guys.